At 83, I've gathered plenty of wisdom. But if I could go back and change one thing, there's a choice I would undo: moving into a senior care facility. At the time, it felt right. My children insisted it was for my own good. More support, more security. I trusted them. I thought, maybe this is what's best. But the reality didn't match the promise. If you're thinking about a care facility for yourself or someone you love, I urge you to hear me out. What seems like a sensible option can become something you deeply regret. In this video, I want to share the 5 things I wish someone had told me before I made the move. Because once you're in, getting your old life back is far harder than you imagine. Stick with me because the last regret might change how you see this entire decision. I didn't realize how much freedom meant to me until I lost it. The little things, when to sleep, what to eat, where to go, were no longer my choices. Back at home, I could take a late-night stroll, brew tea when I pleased, even rearrange my living room on a whim. Here, everything is dictated by the clock and convenience. Want to wake up later? Too bad. Staff rounds begin early. Craving something different for dinner? Not an option. Even getting a moment outside might require paperwork or waiting for a free aid. In my first week, I remember reaching for my favorite slippers only to realize they hadn't come with me. Just like that, I was surrounded by someone else's rules, someone else's schedule, someone else's idea of what my life should be. And the worst part? You get used to it. You stop asking, you stop choosing, and eventually, you stop feeling like yourself. So ask yourself, are you ready to hand over the reins to your own life? Because once they're gone, it's hard, very hard to take them back. I thought I'd be surrounded by support. But what I didn't expect was how easily the world forgets you when you're no longer part of it. At first, my children visited often. Phone calls, drop-ins, even Sunday lunches. But then came the cancellations, the delays, the silence. It wasn't out of cruelty. Life simply kept going for them, and I was no longer part of the rhythm. Holidays were the worst. Each time I hoped they'd walk through the door. Sometimes they did, but more often they didn't. One night I sat by the window with my coat on, thinking maybe, just maybe, someone would come by. They didn't. And that's when I knew. Out of sight really does become out of mind. If you think your relationships will remain the same after moving in, think again. It takes effort to stay connected. And in here, you're not the one calling the shots. When I moved in, I believed I was just changing my address, not giving up my reason for waking up each morning. At home, I had my garden. I baked bread. I fed the neighborhood cats. These weren't big things, but they were mine. Now, everything is done for me. Meals arrive on trays. The cleaning is automatic. Even the windows don't open the same way. I remember a man named Carl who used to teach music. He still hummed melodies under his breath, but the piano here sat unused. No one asked. No one cared. One afternoon he said to me, "I used to be something. Now I just am here." And that's what it's like. When you stop being needed, you start wondering if you even matter. Purpose doesn't come with 4 walls and scheduled activities. You have to fight to hold onto it, or it slips away before you notice. Before I moved, I wasn't an athlete, but I kept myself going. Light stretches, walks to the market. I kept my body engaged. Here, I sit more than I stand. Food arrives without lifting a finger. Need something? Press a button. Convenience is a quiet trap. I stopped moving, and when I stopped, my body started giving up. At first, it was harder to bend over. Then stairs became impossible. Now I need help just getting into bed. There was a woman, Jian, who once danced ballroom with her late husband. She tried to keep active here, but every system seemed to say, "Slow down." Eventually she did. And that's the danger. Comfort isn't always your friend. It can become the very thing that steals your strength. If I had known how quickly I'd decline, I would have fought harder to stay on my feet. Dignity is something you don't think about until it's chipped away, one small moment at a time. At home, I had solitude, silence when I wanted, a bathroom I didn't have to share, a door I could lock. Now, nurses walk in unannounced. I have to ask for help to bathe. Sometimes I wait longer than I should just to use the restroom. And sharing a room? It's like college, but without the fun. My roommate is kind, but we didn't choose each other. Our rhythms clash. Our needs don't always align. There's no real space to cry, to be quiet, to be yourself. It's all public, your schedule, your habits, even your health. I never thought I'd have to ask permission to take a shower, and yet here I am. If you're still watching, thank you. This wasn't easy.